Think Different TV, live every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hosted by me, your girl Ashia. Join me as I discuss social topics, spotlight independent artists, and share financial tips. Join the conversation. I want to hear what you have to say. Think Different TV, where minds meet. You're the reason I wake up, the reason I smile.
I'm not gonna let this define what my future is.
If you didn't know the day you were born.
I can't hear a sound, folks talking loud, but I don't see at all.
40-year-old Philadelphia woman has been charged with murder in connection to the stabbing death of a man who was trying to confront her son. Renee DiPietro turned herself in to Lower Merion police after an arrest warrant was issued yesterday.
Back in August, the parents of the newborn filed a lawsuit against Southern Regional Center and their OBGYN, Dr. Tracy St. Julian. Now, the couple accused both the doctor and the hospital for covering up the decapitation. A funeral home employee discovered the newborn was decapitated after the baby was transported from the hospital. Clayton County Medical Examiner Brian Bayer spoke to us last year, telling us there are multiple local and state investigations into this case.
There's just a lot of people out there trying to get to the bottom of this, and everybody works independently. Everybody's agnostic to each other's investigation, although we will try to share each other's facts with each other. But I think that the public should feel very secure that the truth will come out, whatever that might be, when it's all said and done.
And we do know the Clayton County Police Department is currently investigating. I've been in contact with their PIO in the last 30 minutes regarding the status of their investigation. We're waiting to hear back. Of course, this is a story that we will continue to follow. Reporting live in the newsroom, Ashley Lincoln, Channel 2 Action News.
We have more details now. The baby's parents, Jessica Ross and Trevion Isaiah Taylor, also filed a lawsuit against independent pathologist Dr. Jackson Gates in September. The couple hired Dr. Gates for an independent autopsy after the funeral home discovered their newborn was decapitated. The family learned that Dr. Gates posted photos of their decapitated son on his Instagram page. Dr. Gates told investigative reporter Ashley Lincoln that he published the images for educational purposes only.
Texas, what the fuck do y'all got going on down there? Y'all got a crazy story every week. Check this shit out. Texas man sentenced to 20 years in prison for killing his friend after losing to her in basketball game. Investigators say he shot her twice in the chest and 2 more times as she was falling. Gang, you couldn't have had that much pride, bro. She must have was giving your ass buckets. Gang, she real life had to be flaming his ass. No way he got this mad. But fuck it, man. Let's keep reading. Investigators say Cameron Hogg, 32, shot and killed a 21-year-old Asia after the two got into an argument over a game of pickup basketball at a park in South Dallas. Court documents say Asia left the park, but when she and a friend were sitting outside to watch football a short distance from the park, Hogg drove up and got out without saying a word. Police say Hogg shot Asia twice in the chest, and as she was falling, he shot her 2 more times before leaving. Hogg took a plea deal from the Dallas County DA. He pleaded guilty to murder and will be sentenced to 20 years in prison. Gang, it's just
breaking news out of Michigan. Jennifer Crumbly, the first parent in the U.S. ever charged in connection to a school shooting carried out by her child, has been convicted of 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter. It comes more than 2 years after Crumbly's son Ethan killed 4 students and injured several others at Oxford High School in Michigan back in 2021. This is the moment that just unfolded in court when the jury returned the verdict.
Of involuntary manslaughter as to Madison Baldwin, we find the defendant guilty of involuntary manslaughter. On count 2 of involuntary manslaughter in regards to Tate Muir, we find the defendant guilty of involuntary manslaughter. On count 3 as to involuntary manslaughter regarding Hannah St. Juliana, we find the defendant guilty of involuntary manslaughter. And in count 4 of involuntary manslaughter against Justin Schilling, we find the defendant guilty of involuntary manslaughter.
On January 30th, 2024, ex-Target employee 25-year-old Basin Berhe was sentenced to 100 years for killing his co-worker, who he said had stolen his lunch from the office fridge. According to court documents, Berhe attacked Leva in the parking lot of Target where they both worked. Berhe said he was upset with Leva, a janitor at Target, for taking his lunch on April 14, 2021. He also allegedly said he planned the murder in the days following. On April 15, 2021, Berhe bought a hammer and 2 knives while leaving his shift at Target and spent April 16th training for the murder. So we have to know that this brutal murder wasn't about a stolen lunch, and the planning has to speak to the level of rage that was seething within him.
With a heavy heart, we can announce today that we have recovered 3 more bodies this morning. We think we have found everybody who was in that house. The Lay family, we think we have recovered all members of that family. And I want to give you an update on where things are going to stand. Not only was there an intense fire, but the building collapsed on these folks as they were in there. One of whom we believe is the shooter. I think his name is Khan Lay. We knew from information provided by the grandparents early on in the investigation that he was the suspect for at least shooting one of the one of his nieces, which is unbelievable to be able to say. I was trying to shield the grandparents from all of you, quite frankly, because they were going through an incredible trauma that I still can't imagine. They have literally lost everything they have.
Florida woman allegedly tried to smother her husband after an ex-girlfriend from 60 years ago messaged him. We just set the plate. I think somebody great-grandma, her husband died and tried to hit old buddy up, and she was not going for it. Just look at her facial expression. She was not playing that.
I live with that because I'm steady telling him, what you doing? Like, I don't even want my little brother. This is my little brother again. He probably not thinking like that because he a regular nigga. When you a regular nigga, you a street nigga, you moving and grooving. I'm him, and you is me. You is a part of me. Point blank, period. So that's why I'm carrying him that way. But he just not listening to me. I kept telling him this. And I know I'm not responsible. I know I can sleep at night comfortably.
Thank you for saying that.
I know I'm not responsible. I know I'm not responsible.
That's all I was
brother
really hoping, bro.
I'm able to sleep at night comfortably and know that it's not my fault. But I'ma still feel like it's my fault because I can't live life. Nothing I do, if I get a Grammy, an Oscar, I'ma think about my little brother, gang. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? My life can't be complete without him. I ain't gonna lie to you. It don't feel complete. It's never gonna feel complete without him. And I've been through a lot of shit. Way too much shit. It still ain't making sense to me. Why he not here?
I don't know if a tear's gonna come, but if it does, I won't shy it away. I pack a backpack, and because my mom tells me that my dad is gonna come pick me up. And he doesn't pick me up, and I wait all day outside. And I wait. And I wait, and you don't come. There's a part of me that has grown as I am and developed as I feel mentally. There's still that little boy that, and it's all good.
It misses that.
No, it ain't that. Let me finish.
Okay.
We never had this talk. It's 33 years right here. That's what this is. Yeah, you told me that you would come, Daddy. You never did. You told me that you was gonna pick me up. And then I waited, and I look at my son, and I think about how much what my son means to me, and I can never make him sit on a curb.
Krishan Rock has been charged with putting hands on Tamar Braxton's best friend, James Wright. She's due in court at the end of the month. Krishan was charged with battery on a person with injuries, and they also mentioned a way in which I think they're referring to Krishan's rings. Remember, she hit James in the mouth and chipped his tooth, and she had her rings on. Now, not only is Krishan being charged, but there's a civil case pending in her name. So Krishan might want to get out that house and start booking some gigs, because this ain't gonna be cheap, okay? Now,
here we go. 2 of Jonathan Major's ex-girlfriends come forward to accuse the actor of physical and emotional abuse. All right, y'all be blessed.
Hey, ex-world. Hospice? Hospice? You talking about hospice? No, I'm not in any hospice. I don't know who put that out there, but whoever put that out there, I guess is like the Donald say. Can't trust the media.
The church folks is a man, y'all. Y'all see Hiqi says she's opening her own church focused on worship, word, and acceptance of all people. I've had a dream for years to plant a church that was not a traditional one, but one that was focused on worship and word and acceptance of all people. A place for those that are done with the drama and judgment of religious people. God said now, so I'm saying yes. I'm launching this with my ministry partner, Pastor Larry Wheathers, and the name of the church is Sound Atlanta. Now, look, nothing is changing with my music. I'm not switching to sing gospel. I'll still be singing R&B and doing all my shows. You can do both, and I want to show the world you don't have to compromise your love for Jesus and can still do great music centered around love.
So Sony Music purchased half of Michael Jackson's publishing and record masters in a deal valued over $1.2 billion. I'm not even gonna say nothing.
Generated several $1 billion for Sony, several billion, and they really thought that my mind is always on music and dancing, and it usually is, but they never thought that this performer myself would outthink them. Now I'm a free agent. I just owe Sony one more album. It's just a box set, really. And with 2 new songs, which I've written ages ago. So I'm leaving Sony a free agent, owning half of Sony. I own half of Sony's publishing, and I'm leaving them, and they're very angry at me because of it, but I just did good business, you know. The way they get revenge is to try and destroy my album. And Tommy Mottola is a devil.
Look,
I'm not supposed to say what I'm going to say right now, but I have to let you in on a secret.
Say it.
Mariah Carey, after divorcing Tommy, came to me crying. She said to me that this is an evil man. And Michael, this man follows me, she said. He taps her phones, and he's very, very evil, and she doesn't trust him. And he is a horrible human being, and we have to continue our drive until he's terminated. We can't allow him to do this to great artistry. We just can't.
So here's more information about it. Sony Music Group has closed the deal to purchase half of Michael Jackson's publishing and record masters. In the deal that sources say that is valued over $1.2 billion. According to Billboard, Sony will pay at least $600 million for its stake in the rights. The deal reportedly includes multiple titles by Sly and the Family Stone, as well as hits written and performed by Jerry Lee Lewis, Curtis Mayfield, Ray Charles, Percy Sledge, and more. However, it doesn't include royalties from the MJ musical on Broadway and other theatrical productions. Variety reports that executors of Michael's estates, John Branca and John McClane, are expected to remain in their roles as well.
I won't stop, won't mess my groove up, cause I already know how this thing goes. You're gonna tell your friends that you're leaving me. They say that they don't see what you see in me. You wait a couple months, then.
Why hasn't Nicki Minaj won a Grammy? I'm going to answer the question in depth. This was inspired by this crazy tweet. Academy tweeted that Nicki Minaj won a Grammy and then she didn't. You're messing with her on purpose, and I'll show you how I know. Nicki Minaj has been nominated for a Grammy 12 times. Never won, which is crazy because she is the highest selling female rapper of all time. Cardi B has a Grammy. Megan Thee Stallion has 3 Grammys. Lil' Kim has 1 Grammy. Love her or hate her, Nicki should at least have 1 Grammy. She doesn't have a Grammy because she pissed off Ken Elric, the head of the production company that produces the Grammys. So this is the reason why. In 2012, Nicki was nominated for multiple Grammys, performing at the Grammy show that year, and she decided to perform in this outfit. Producer of the Grammys begged her not to do an exorcism on the show. She performed the exorcism on the show, and then allegedly the producer blackballed her. Do I believe that there's more than meets the eye? Is there more that happened that caused this? Absolutely. We don't know everything. A lot of weird stuff that happens in the business, and Nicki talks about that stuff openly.
I'm telling y'all better find God in this 2024, because what I'm hearing on this radio, I don't listen to music. I listen to IP radio or informational radio. Check out what T-Mobile is doing. This year, T-Mobile have rolled out a tier bracket that can penalize you based off your text, bro. So T-Mobile is looking into your phone and penalizing you if you're sending hate speech texts, profanity, or criminal activity. Yes, it's true. Go look it up. Go Google it. If you have T-Mobile as a phone provider, they are looking at every text message you send, and you will be charged a penalty if you're sending hate speech, text messages, or emails, or profanity, or criminal activity, which is understandable. I mean, you're going to catch the criminals. But profanity? But first of all, just wait a minute. They're looking into my text message, every single one of them. y'all better find God. This shit is finna hit the fan.
Okay, you're ghetto bitch, so you know what's
all the words.
Yes, I know the words. This is my shit.
You.
It's the best.
Okay.
On the West. And this is what I said, like,
so I keep clapping.
I'm finna shake this ass cause my bills is due. You know I got that good cat. This coochie ain't loose. Girl, this the last time to talk when I'm singing.
Okay.
Now come on, let's go ahead and do the shit. Just do this. Okay. Put one leg first.
Y'all let me in.
2. Look, she got him to kill. Yes!
Don't make people look. What is happening?
Bobbi Altoff's husband has filed for divorce just 6 months after she denied an affair with Drake. Corey Altoff pulled the plug on his 4-year marriage over irreconcilable differences. Bobbi took to Instagram last night to confirm the split, although legal documents claim the date of the couple's separation was July the 4th last year. Bobbi has previously denied having a romantic affair with Drake following a deleted podcast interview, causing her to miss her child's first birthday. The stars have since unfollowed each other on Instagram, with Bobbi saying she didn't want to do it in the first place. Bobbi confirmed she will still remain friends with her ex-husband, but now he's requesting shared legal custody of their 2 daughters. Could a messy divorce be on the cards?
Mos Def, the pure of hip-hop, I guess, right? He's down with Dave Chappelle. He's down with, shout out to Dave Chappelle sending me the sneaker. Talib Kweli, they the pure. I guess they assume they're the pure, right? Now I salute them. They are real hip-hop. But when the picture comes out and you wearing a dress 2 days later, like, bro, we got this all fucked up now. Where's the backpack? Where's the Timbs? Where's where's the Brooklyn in the house? You know, this is the time when Brooklyn don't claim certain dudes. Like, at a time like this, they'll shy away from them and be like, nah. That ain't Atlantic Avenue, bro. That ain't Bed-Stuy. That's, yo, bro. The boy got the moon boots on. The shit's my daughter wear. With a kilt. That I don't give a fuck if you call it a kilt. Call it, skirt. It's a fucking skirt.
Put them on the new socks. 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 Yeah. Put them on the new socks. Put them on the new socks. Put them on the new socks. Put them on the new.
Okay, so the ladies have brought out the 2024 sassy list. Okay, fellas, so if you do anything on this list, they're going to call you sassy. Okay, so I took all the comments and I wrote them down. All right, here we go. If you drink a lemon drop, you're sassy. Okay, if you go to brunch, you're sassy. If you argue back with her in any type of way, you're sassy. If you send a long paragraph, you're sassy. If you talk with your hands, you're sassy. If you suck your teeth, you sassy. If you have an office job sitting down all day, you're sassy. If you drive a Toyota Solara or a Nissan Sentra, she calling you sassy. If you suck your teeth, you sassy. If you close the refrigerator door with your hips, you're sassy. If you have a skincare routine, you're sassy. If you sucking on a lollipop in broad daylight, you're sassy. If you look at yourself too long in the mirror, you sassy. You're going to be considered one of the homegirls. Who? Like, what lady? And yeah, even if you smoke a hookah, strawberry shortcake flavor blowing O's in the hookah lounge, you're sassy. Ladies, what the hell can we do? What can we do other than pay bills? Like, what can we do?
Seeing that I'm in the back of your weak ass snippet, like that's why I was confused.
Oh, literally, like.
So
Hello.
I was like, wait a second, that's me. So I'm like, okay, since we're talking about me, let's talk about me. And I dropped that. It was really just a snippet.
And then you overshadowed the fuck out of it. That's what the funny part about it.
It was me
like,
trying to be
you took
delusional.
it.
Like, nah, there's no way they really put her in the back of the video. That's so bold. Though.
No, I was like, this has to be fake. This is AI. But bitches be, you know what I'm saying, be bold. So I was like,
if you're wondering why Drake is trending on Twitter, this is why. He is like top 10 trending worldwide because this video was leaked today and someone is about to catch a gigantic lawsuit for this because it obviously was meant for someone privately and they chose to upload it on the internet, and obviously with that comes a hefty price to pay when it is going insanely viral.
Family is sacred.
It's supposed to be.
And we don't cross the line with family.
Mm-hmm.
And people begin to get comfortable to jump on the Monique bandwagon of Monique doing things wrong and she doing this and she doing that. And there's a brother named D.L. Hughley.
Yep.
And until he take accountability, I won't let it go. Family is sacred.
Right.
Family is sacred. And we know that you don't cross the line when it comes to family.
Correct.
Right? I do DL's radio show.
Yes.
D.L. Hughley is not there. His team is there. Mm-hmm. And Shannon, we having a great time. I mean, baby, we having a great time. We going forward, back and forth. When we get to the end of the show, they say, Monique, you want to play a game? Well, I want to play. I said, sure, sugar. Let's play a game. And it's a game called Would You Rather.
No.
Okay? Now.
Monique, you should have said, I'm too old for this game.
Wait a minute. We're having fun, baby. Right? We're having a good time, Shannon. Okay. It's the sister there and there's two other guys. We're having a great time. It's a beautiful Black unity cookout. Okay. We're having a good time.
Okay.
Would you say your wife was your family? Is that considered family?
Yeah.
So your husband is considered family,
Absolutely.
Right? Okay. So here we go. They said, Monique, we want to play a game of Would You Rather. Let's go. Would you rather your husband sleep with Lee Daniels with a condom or Corinne Steffens without one?
Really, Monique?
Now, as y'all are watching right now who haven't heard this story, y'all going, they doing the same thing in the studio. They going, okay. That is exactly what happened. Now, I said to the team, how does that uplift our community? I said, sister, and her name is Jasmine, how could you ask another sister that? Well, we just planned. I said, tell me the joke in that, because I don't know what you're insinuating. Then you're involving people that have nothing to do with nothing. Like, what are y'all doing? So I said, I'm going to call my brother, DL. I'm going to call my brother. I call D.L. Hughley on the phone. I say, hey, baby, yeah.
Huh?
That's how he responds. Yeah.
Did he know it was you?
Yes, because they called him to let him know Monique's going to be calling.
Right.
Like this, it was getting crazy.
Right.
I'm like, just let me get on the phone with my brother, right? Yeah. Hey, DL, yeah. I said, listen, I just got off the phone with your team, and they wanted to play this game, Would You Rather? And it was like, stupid, like asking me about my husband and Lee Daniels and Corinne Steffens, and his exact words, well, that's how we do it.
Well, Club Shay Shay is getting messier and messier. It's almost like Wendy Williams didn't go anywhere. She just got a weight set. So Monique was on. Every time I see Monique these days, she's on doing some greasy ass video with her and her daddy complaining about something. Or working out. I don't know nobody that work out that much and gain weight unless every crunch you do has got Captain in front of it. But apparently she goes on Club Shay Shay and tells the story about how she came on my radio show and I wasn't there at the time. And my co-host Jasmine Sanders played a game that we played all the time with everybody called Would You Rather. She apparently was so offended by that she says she got off. She called me. Monique did, and she said I was very dismissive, like, Monique's a liar. When Monique did call me, I heard her complaints, I listened to her, and I pulled the segment. So if I had been as dismissive as she alleges I was, that segment would have aired. It didn't, because I respected her wishes.
We just wanted to take a few minutes to address a couple of things that have taken place after the Club Shay Shay interview. Much love to Shannon Sharp.
Yes.
Good brother. Thank you for allowing Monique to come on the platform, be a listening ear, continue success on what it is that you're doing. Thank you for being a real one.
Yeah, baby. Thank you. Thank you.
We wanted to address first and foremost our brother, D.L. Hughley. And we are firm believers on what is right and what is wrong. Yes. So we got to start off by saying there was an inaccuracy as it regards Monique saying that there was a cease and desist that was given to DL to shut it down. Mm-hmm. What had taken place, to be accurate, was after Monique spoke to Brother DL on that conversation, Brother DL said, what?
Well, after we spoke on that conversation, when we hung up that phone, the last thing he said was, "It is what it is." And I said, DL, then we're going to have to get our attorney involved. That's the last thing me and DL Hughley said on that conversation.
And after having that conversation with Monique, we went and got our attorney involved, Attorney Anderson. At the time, there were some emails that were transferred back and forth between his side and our side, and it escalated to a point when we had our attorney on the email, whereby then finally DL said that he would scratch the interview.
Yes.
So it was inaccurate that a cease and desist had to be given. However, that was the next step, and that's what Monique remembered, because when I discussed it with her, we said that would be the next step. But to DL's credit, at that moment, when it had escalated, that's when he decided to shut it down. However, that is a bit different from how it seemed to have been communicated, whereby on the phone, they were having a conversation and it was kumbaya. Though he never used those words, kumbaya, it did not end with her being under the impression that this was going to be resolved and shut down. So we wanted to make that clear out of love and respect for Brother DL. And despite all the commentary that he gave, with all the crunches she be doing, the captain's in the front.
I do.
And
I do.
Tell him.
I'm a sneak snacker, baby.
Oh, you know what I'd never do? I would never let my woman take care of me. I would never let my woman get evicted from her apartment. I would never let my woman has to ask another man for money. I'd never do that. Can your old man say the same? He loves you. Of course, he got to say that. You claim him on your taxes. He's a dependent. He's sitting there with you right now. And everything. Because it ain't like he does anything else. But you never address the salient point. Said it. If you spend half of your time doing, as opposed to talking about who didn't do for you and what they did for you, you'd be a lot further along. You wouldn't be evicted. You wouldn't be working for your man. You wouldn't be asking other comics for money. So you got all the ingredients. Take that piece of paper that you're running down the list with, and that pen that you got, and that daddy sitting next to you, and do what you can't do what you never do. Write a fucking joke.
New Jersey's paid family leave law. Advocates wanted to see job protections for workers who take family leave extended to all businesses statewide, regardless of size. But lawmakers recently amended the bill to exclude businesses with less than 5 employees. That's a compromise some legislators thought would help it cross the finish line. But as Raven Santana reports, activists argue this version leaves behind more than 1 million workers in need.
Paid leave is a critical component so that caregivers can effectively participate in the labor workforce.
Today, a bill that would require companies with 5 or more employees to provide paid family leave advanced out of committee. It's a proposed revision to current law, which requires a company with at least 30 employees to provide them up to 12 weeks of paid leave during a 2-year period to care for a sick relative or for a newborn or a child who has recently been adopted or fostered.
Well, paid leave really helps level the playing field for all employers. Smaller employers may not be able to afford to pay maternity leave, parental leave, family leave themselves. So what we have in New Jersey is a state program, and it's actually funded only through employee payroll taxes. And so it actually costs the employer nothing.
Yara Willman-Cole is Workplace Justice Program Director for NJ Citizen Action. Willman-Cole joined other advocates who shared testimony and explained how challenging life can be for workers without paid family leave.
For me, with my previous airline, unfortunately, I suffered a miscarriage and I had to take a lot of time off for surgery and self-care, and I did not have access to paid leave through the state. I also did not have access to any type of disability or leave through my job, and it was a lot of things I didn't understand, and I didn't have the of course, going through grief and all of that, I didn't have the mental capacity to try to fight the red lines and read and figure this out. And I didn't have anyone advocating for me. I didn't have any explanations either. I was just told I don't qualify.
But advocates today said they still don't support the bill as it's currently written.
This bill only addresses the size of the employer in terms of job protection. And really, there's about 1 million workers that are left out because of the two other components of job protection eligibility, which require that you're at your job a year and that you work 1,000 hours. Those are not addressed in this legislation, and what it means is we're disproportionately leaving out mostly women workers, low-income workers, part-time workers, more precarious workers already that really need the paid leave. They need the job protection because without it, they can't risk losing their job, and they can't afford to go without pay. So they need both the job protection and the paid leave benefit.
You know, a 99 for about 35,000 a kilo. But I got to get, you know, more than one. Right. You know, I mean, we're going to do this thing. No, you're talking about some real. You know, I mean, 10 kilograms is like 350,000. That's a drop in the bucket. You know, we can go bigger. Every kilogram we bring in 3,500 kilos. So that's not. So if we bring in 10, you make 35,000. But that's a chicken pocket. No, he can. What he's going to do, he'll do what he must do. They can do it, you know, 100 times over. Like the supply 100 times over.
So you can pick and choose. What it came down to for me is this. I see homeless folks in the streets of New York all the time that are American citizens. I damn sure see them in California. We've got poor, impoverished, starving people who were born and raised in this nation. How in the hell do we come up with a $53 million pilot program for illegals, but folks who are here legally are born here, we don't have enough for them? Just like we could come up with billions for Ukraine, but somehow, some way, we can't fix the homeless problem. I'm down for helping Israel. I'm down for helping address the situations with the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, okay? I'm down for helping the Ukrainians and fighting off Russia. What about poor and desolate citizens here? How the hell do you print money for foreign countries, but you don't print that money to help eradicate folks that are starving right here in the streets of America who were born and raised here? This is what I'm talking about. And so when you have something like that, what's the one way to eradicate it? Yes, you got to have a flourishing economy. Yes, you can't have inflation. Yes, you can't be on the verge of a recession. Milk don't need to cost $7. Bread don't need to cost $5. Don't get me started with how much sugar costs. You can talk about employment all you want to. You can talk about the labor participation rate. But guess what? If you ain't making no damn money and you got to get 2 jobs to pay the same prices or to buy the same amount of stuff that you used to buy and the price is higher than it used to be because of inflation, then guess what? What are you really accomplishing? That's why Trump is on the verge of getting elected, reelected.
People want to know why Kawhi Leonard is so quiet and to himself. I mean, he's pretty much been made fun of on NBA social media for years now. But the jokesters don't know the devastating truth. When Kawhi was just 16 years old, his father, Mark, was murdered outside of his car wash in Compton, California. Mark, who was going to close his shop early to get to Kawhi's high school basketball game, also had a baby boy on the way, and he tried to sneak in one last car wash to make more money. The person in that car pulled in and killed Mark Leonard. Kawhi heard the devastating news on the way to the game and he insisted on playing. He scored 17 points in his father's honor and crumbled into his mother's arms in the hallway after the game. According to his family, Kawhi was never the same and he began using basketball as his therapy. Mark Leonard was just 43 years old when he was killed, and to this day, his murder remains a mystery.
Imagine having beef with Morgan Freeman. That's what almost happened with Auburn's Johnny Broome. He felt someone grab his jersey as he was trying to save a ball from going out of bounds and quickly slap their hand away, just to turn around and realize it was Morgan Freeman. Broome quickly apologized and the two laughed it off. Freeman told him to just keep playing, which is exactly what he did, dropping 15 with 9 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 blocks, helping his team beat Ole Miss.
I don't know what made me do it, but one day I'd hung up and I'm sitting there going, I wonder if these things call out. So I pick up the phone, I hit, what do you do normally? Hit 9, right? Gives you an outside line. I hit 9, got a dial tone. I dial my house.
And the phone would ring. I'd pick it up, and it'd be Joe. I go, what are you doing?
I go, hey, how you doing? What are you doing? What do you do? Who is it? What are you doing? Where are you calling me from?
He goes, I'm calling you. I'm calling you to say I love you. And I go, I love you. How are you calling? He goes, they have an outside line. I check in every stadium.
I go, on the sideline phone. I found out that it calls. So I thought I'd give you a call since I'm just sitting here waiting to call in.
Manu Ginobili, we have a bat on the floor.
Uh-oh. Yes, and Victor's pointing it out. And the officials recognize it. Manu is here tonight. Could he be called back for... Pop is looking for him right now. He's rushing up to the box where Manu is going, hey, we need you down here. But as usual, the Coyote is always ready. Or is he? He comes over to say, shake my paw. Tonight, say no thanks.
That's right. There's our hero of the game.
And you think that we're just bragging when we say the best mascot in the league? Yep. Come on now.
That's our Methodist Healthcare assist.
Is back available after dealing with an illness this week.
Like South Carolina players and Ole Miss players. Look, that's great sportsmanship right there.
Yeah, little traffic underneath. Everybody trying to help.
I represent my city anywhere I go, man. It means a lot to me. And I know they're saying thank you to me. I'm saying thank you to y'all. It's really, I would be nothing without the city. Any team I've ever been on, anytime I've been announced, they always say from North Philadelphia.
Oh, there's his brother.
We told you. He's got the Groucho Marx t-shirt on, too.
Traded to Sacramento, and he's going to be waived. And now he's not even watching the game, Jim Pete. He's just reading
he's reading Backstory 2.
Good fucking kid, bro. You got good fans. I like that. I like this. Yeah, I like that.
It's yours.
Let me log, man. I'm going to wear it next game. I'm going to wear it tomorrow for you, all right? Bet. Hold that for me, baby. Yeah, whatever you need, Mom.
New Orleans Pelicans set a franchise record for points with a 153-124 victory over the Utah Jazz on Tuesday night.
5 to shoot for Hart on Young. Gonna have to bail him out. Oh, he put it in! The shot of the night! James Harden counted at a foul!
You talk about an incredible shot.
This might be the best All-Star weekend we have seen since 2016, starting with this brand new LED court that will be used for all the All-Star events. And this court has a ton of different things it can do, like change design, show live replays, real-time game stats, location-based player tracking animations, and a ton of other immersive animations for fans in the arena. I just hope it's better than some of the other courts that we've seen throughout the season so far. But that's not where it ends, because we are going to see history be made this year. With Steph Curry and Sabrina going head-to-head in a three-point contest, it'll be the first time we see an NBA player face up against a WNBA player. And unlike Brittany Griner going up against DeMarcus Cousins, we could actually see Steph Curry get cooked. Not to mention, we are finally going back to the East vs. West format, and after a very long time, we have good-looking jerseys. But with all of these new, fun features for this year's All-Star Weekend, the NBA still has to make one huge change: add more All-Star slots. The NBA has maintained the same amount of All-Star spots since 1982. Since then, we have seen 7 more teams join the league and a ton more talent. With all that aside, though, I am still really excited to see all of these new things happening in this year's All-Star Weekend.
Dame makes it as the second starter, in a bit of controversy because Jalen Brunson was right there in the mix. He was high amongst the players' rankings. He was high amongst the media rankings. What did Jalen Brunson in? The fan voting, why I talked about it ad nauseum about Knick fans not voting for their guy. This was the year, guys. This was the year where you really should have stuffed the box for Jalen Brunson to be a starter. Knicks fans should have stuffed the boxes for Brunson. They did not do that. So they only have themselves to blame, guys, that Jalen Brunson is not a starter in this All-Star game. If they'd have had him at least come in about third or fourth, we wouldn't be having this discussion. He'd be a starter.
These are sick. Growing up in DC, everyone always looks forward to the springtime when the cherry blossoms would bloom and you just be able to see all the incredible colors and the flowers and everything. So I thought, that'd be a huge kind of big testament to DC because it's something that's so unique to that area. I love the colorways just throughout the shoe, the pink and blue and how it's gradient, and I think it looks super pretty. It means so much to me to be the first Jordan brand NIL athlete with a P. I mean, growing up, I look forward to wearing the shoes that my favorite players designed, and I think for me, this is just a really, really big moment, and I'm excited to rep these shoes.
Oh my God. You got 28? Woo! This is tough.
Oh yeah, these are tough. The shirts too with the pictures. Yeah, those are nice.
When we went into the playoffs, the answers were proven.
Got the new warm-ups, Kobe Bryant warm-ups for the special Kobe Day, feel me?
Congratulations to Princess Love. She won first place in the Celebrity Poker Tour.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Big smiles.
Congratulations, Princess, on your first live televised win. It was so amazing to have you. And you'll be back for the next one to defend your title. Congratulations.
Love it. Once again, let's give it up for Princess Love.
Former NFL player quits football to become a follow a greater purpose. Jason Brown, a former NFL player, spent 7 years in the league. He began with the Baltimore Ravens and got a big contract worth $37.5 million with the St. Louis Rams, making him one of the best paid centers. But in 2012, at 29 years old, he turned down an offer from the Ravens and left football. Jason compared his life to his brother's, Lunsford, who passed away in Iraq at 27. He wanted to do something more meaningful. He moved his family from a big house to North Carolina, where he owns a 1,000-acre farm called First Fruits Farm. Some say I'm crazy or stupid to leave millions in the NFL, Jason told Tamron Hall, but playing in the NFL isn't everything. Despite knowing nothing about farming, he learned from YouTube and involved his wife and 8 kids. Jason feels it's a blessing to teach his kids agriculture, something to help future generations. Through his farm, Jason wanted to help others. He planned to give the first harvest to locals, but ended up donating everything. So far, he's given over 1 million pounds of food through his Wisdom for Life project, supporting needy families.
Oh, are you ready? Are you ready?
Go ahead, Ephesians.
I'm Eli Manning. I'm nice. Tom Brady's the GOAT. Sight! I beat him twice! Hold me back! Hold me back! Hold me back! Hey, he's hot. He's hot.
And the 2023 AP Most Valuable Player presented by Invisalign is Lamar Jackson.
first and foremost, I want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Without him, nothing is possible.
Well, I started to do this at the age of 7 years old because I wasn't able to play sports due to some medical issues, but I still liked the sports environment, so I decided to hone my craft in journalism at the age of 7, and I started my YouTube channel. And yes, I do think that I can keep this as a career because I do still love the sport and I do know a lot about it, so I think that interviewing people could be a long career for me.
Oh my goodness, that was amazing. MJD, you in trouble, bro. I got one more question for you. Okay, the Chiefs are about to come out. Okay, who are you most excited to ask a question to?
I mean, I'm honestly excited to interview everybody. I mean, they've proved that they are the top teams in the league, so it's really just great to be able to talk to everybody.
I love it. We're going to have a ball out here tonight, guys.
Usher Raymond the Fourth. The fourth what? Usher Raymond. Oh my God. Usher. United. Good. Might start with a shirt on, but he's definitely not going to end with one on. So we're going to make these little crafts so that you can follow him along the TV, okay? Okay. Great. Yeah. That was terrible. USACRRAYMOND. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. It's more like you have something hot in your mouth. Try it. That's great. Anyway, it's from 1997.
1000s? Was it on VCR? Did you play on your beeper?
What's a beeper?
You got it all.
Good job.
You always be my boo.
Peace up. A-Town down.
Yeah. Okay. Usher. Let's go.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness.
A North Jersey man beat incredible odds, won in nearly $9.8 million, turning $5 into almost $500,000. He cashed in on a 14-leg parlay, successfully guessing 14 NFL players who would score touchdowns in the same week.
First down and
Come on!
Wow. Christian McCaffrey's TD scored Travis Duffner the big payout. He's still taking it all in.
How long have you been a herbalist?
From 1977. Yeah. And my age is 141 years old now.
You are 141 years old?
Right now.
Oh my. So is your medicine make you live so long?
I mean, I have no sugar. I have no pressure. I have no heart attack. I have no pain. I farm. I do everything said. Yeah, man, I have children. So my granddaughter there, so that's Simila, and my daughter, Judith, and my sons them. Yeah.
How long did it take you to perfect your formula?
Well, I work with the moon. And the moon is that give you like when the moon is kind of full and the new moon, you try to prepare your herbs. And before the moon full, then you will boil your herbs. So I do soak my herbs, and after soaking them, then I throw them off and prepare them, put them into the bottle and so forth.
In Niles, Michigan, Jennifer Flewellen, a 41-year-old mother, has awakened from a near 5-year coma, sparked to life by her mother's joke. This astounding event occurred at Mary Free Bed Rehabilitation Hospital. Flewellen's journey back to life, defying the odds, demonstrates the remarkable resilience and strength of the human spirit. Even after losing years in a coma following a severe car crash, she's making remarkable strides in her recovery. Her mother, Peggy's unwavering support and advocacy for her daughter's therapy played a crucial role in this journey. Jennifer's return is more than a personal victory. It symbolizes hope and the power of laughter in adversity. Each day she takes steps towards reclaiming her life, becoming a beacon of hope for many. Dive deeper, tap the link on our channel.
I was right there looking at this. I couldn't just sit there and watch nobody die.
16-year-old Corian Evans saved 3 teens and a police officer after a car drove into a river in Mississippi.
I knew my last breath was coming. That was gonna be my last time underwater. Corian had grabbed me.
Corian was in a parking lot by a boat launch. He saw the car drive into the Pascagoula River.
I see the cars underwater, and I just see them screaming, "Help!" I just jumped in the water.
During the rescue, a police officer arrived to help, but couldn't stay above water.
I turned around and I see the officer, he's drowning. So that's when I had to leave again, and then I had to go and grab the officer and bring him back to the shore.
Snoop Dogg and Master P are suing Walmart and Post Foods, alleging that the two companies sabotaged their Snoop cereal business. Master P, his real name is Percy Miller, holding a press conference today alongside attorney Benjamin Crump. Miller and Calvin Brodus, better known as Snoop Dogg, launched their cereal line last year, but the moguls say this undercover video shows how Walmart kept the cereal in stock rooms and off-store shelves in 20 states. They accuse Post Foods of using deceptive practices to prevent their success.
What I'm fighting for today, I'm fighting for justice in corporate America, because we saying corporate America, it's time to pack fair. I got my slingshot. I'm David. I'm going up against the Giants.
Look at how they kept the cereal in the back of the stock rooms, not on the shelves.
Crump says the contract Brodus Foods had with Post and Walmart required the businessmen to buy back any unsold cereal. Walmart responding the impending lawsuit saying, quote, "We have a strong history of supporting entrepreneurs. Many factors affect the sales of any given product."
What'd you say?
I told Daddy it's Rosie Park's birthday.
Yeah, we didn't know. Where are you going? Where are you getting?
Put it on a Rosie Park shirt.
Okay, go.
It's Rosie Park's birthday.
Yes, we didn't know.
Go, Rosie, it's your birthday.
Woo! You're gonna get your doll?
Where?
Your Rosa doll? Let me see your shirt.
Where's my Rosa doll?
It's in here, isn't it? Let's go get her.
Go. Where is she?
She's in here.
Oh, go and get her.
Okay.
Ready? Hot pokey. Hey, hey, hot loose. Okay. Hot pokey. Hey. Oh, everybody.
Alongside Shari and winning an Emmy together was daughter Mallory, who continues to bring Lamb Chop's unique sense of humour to a whole new fan base.
I gave you the word, you can't have less than. Everything we do, you know it's hot. Gotta make sure I remind you, you a play.
It was amazing to me that I didn't know that LA County has more foster kids than anywhere else in the United States. Why wasn't I helping those kids? You know, when I started this, a beautiful 3-year-old daughter, she's now in college, got a 9-year-old son. You know, I couldn't bear imagining if we weren't around and they would have to be split up. And so when I learned that, I said, all right, we got to do something. And it takes a long time getting things like this done, but thank God we came across Catherine Barger and the Palmdale leadership and the community who said, we want and need you here, and we need them as well. And I'm really honored to be a part of that.
Well, you know, something that's going to happen here, yes, in order to celebrate the 30th anniversary of Sister Act 2, the producers here at The View are working on putting together a reunion. Oh. And we're going to try to get as many cast members on and to share memories from the movie. Yes. Would you do us the honor of coming back? I would love to. And as soon as we know when it is, we'll do that. But I will also do this. What? You know, we're in the process of putting together 3. Yeah. Will you come be part of it, whatever it is? Wait a minute now, but before we go, we want to mention that later this month, she's going to be honored by the ACLU and awarded the Southern California Bill of Rights Award for all of her incredible work with the Diva Foundation, an organization that she founded to empower vulnerable communities to achieve better health outcomes.
Yes.
I have to tell you, she has been doing this for the longest time. Congratulations. This is the real deal, this one.
Congrats, Meg.
What can I say? What can I say?
Okay, so one thing I gotta say is my favorite song these days, and it has been playing that to me ever since I can remember. Ever since.
You want to sing some of it?
Oh, you want to sing some of it? No.
Do you know it?
I do know it.
I don't think you know it.
Oh, Shane says she doesn't think you know
Okay.
it.
It doesn't have good music taste. Those are my favorite songs that it plays you his face. And it's funny 'cause I was the one that taught him all those things that made you fall in
TLV, you make one of your favorite artists laugh during his concert.
Around your finger, I think about us.
You better say that shit.
We are backstage with Leon Thomas. First Grammy win under your belt. How are you feeling? I love the smile on your face.
I feel amazing. This is definitely a dream come true.
And the Grammy goes to All My Life, Little Dirk featuring J. Cole.
I got a job that pays all our bills. Stay out drinking behind the bar. Support your friends and you do your kids. I'd always hope for better, but maybe together you and me find.
I left a good job down in the city, working for the man every night and day. But I never lost 1 minute of sleeping, 'cause I was worried about the way that things might have been. Adam, you know the big wheel keep on turning, and the primary keep on burning. Cherry rolling, rolling down, rolling on the river.
Can I talk to you? I know you got some questions. What's the hardest thing you're going through? Let's talk about it.
Talking about mountains, talking about pain, talking about my life, when will it change? Talking about all things, God can do all things. Talking about nights I lose my way, and my dreams that have been erased. Talking about all things. I said God can do all things.
And the truth is,
I know days it won't always be easy.
in case I fall.
So it's good to know I'll never let you down. Talking about all things, all the big and the small things. Talking about doors you've never seen, blessings on blessings for you to receive. Talking about all things.
Can you put your hands together?
The big and the small things.
Everybody put your hands together.
Talking about doors you never
I need to see you. Put your hands together back there. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, come with me. You look good right there. You look good. I need to see you clap. I need to see you clap. What's up? God can do it, he can do it. All things.
Don't want no problems, you just 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 don't want no problems, you just.
I love it here. We gonna take over the year for another year. It's your bestie, Miss Westie. Don't tryna test me. It's gonna get messy.
You're at a coffee shop when you come face to face with a man questioning somebody's immigration status based solely on the way they look.
You don't look American, guys.
What would you do?
I'm an influencer. I'm trying to get to the next level.
All people see are my mistakes.
When is it my time to feel valued? I wish to create a legacy where we are represented.
I think it's time you take the gloves off, babe.
Call team!
We can't do this to you. Fight for your principles.
I have anxiety trying to fit into this Bel Air bubble. Hello.
You got any Jeffrey wisdom?
None that you want to hear.
I don't want to meet any new people. I want to be with you. We're going to have a family, and it's going to be great, Beth.
I'm pregnant. When I wake up now, I think this is going to be a great day. Hold and exhale. It feels soon, like we're teen parents.
Well, this is what we call a geriatric pregnancy.
How so?
I know I don't always say the right thing, so I figured we should hire someone.
I'm your doula. Wow, your skin.
Thank you.
You're very dehydrated. I'm gonna get you some water. Everything's gonna change. Name something, it's gonna change.
Let me get to the important issues, okay? How many drinks can I really have?
No alcohol, no marijuana.
No coffee.
1 cup a day is okay.
Okay, but if I don't have the coffee, then probably fine to have a glass of wine. This feels like we're all agreeing.
I would just not.
Yeah, don't. You wouldn't, but...
And you won't.
And I won't, right.
This is not a simple case of murder.
During the trial, I started hearing Selena's got a secret.
Yolanda, it's me, Selena. Can you give me a call?
I was scared. I was frightened. What the public's been told isn't exactly what happened in reality.
All these years, Yolanda saying the same thing.
I knew her secrets, and I think the people deserve to know the truth.
What possible secrets is Yolanda referring to here? Is this just a ruse for the public since she's up for parole in 2025?
Abraham Quintanilla, Selena's father, finally broke his silence on the new Oxygen documentary interviewing Yolanda Saldivar, set to release later this month. TMZ was able to get a hold of Abraham, who is now 84 years old. He told TMZ that the new docuseries is unauthorized and does not have the involvement or support of the Quintanilla family. He added that he wants nothing to do with Saldivar and that her account of events are nothing but lies, and that no one will believe what she has to say anyways. He also said that he doesn't know what more Yolanda could say that she hasn't said already. But still, no word on whether or not the family will seek legal action.